Another night, another disastrous performance for Rangers as they exit the Europa League at the hands of Polish side Jagiellonia. 1-1 on the night, 2-3 on aggregate, and once again, Derek McInnes finds himself under pressure. Hello everybody and welcome back to Full House Sports. Here myself, Charlie. A reminder before the video starts to please like, comment and subscribe. Anything you guys do is greatly appreciated as to try and become a one-man sports news bandwagon. Yeah, I was hoping I was going to be doing a video to start saying this is the turning point for Rangers, and I've done a couple of videos recently on them that have been pretty negative, I think it's fair to say. But yeah, not good enough. Out of the Europa League, into the Conference League playoff, and I just don't know. You know, it feels like at the minute with Rangers, it's car crash TV. You know, you have Mo Diamande, who did have his critics. I've been critical of before, but he leaves on the day to go to a Turkish Super League side, Çorum, SK. And then you had tonight that everyone knew was a massive night. I mean, I even went as far in a comment replying to one of you guys on a video saying this is potentially season defining. Maybe I went a touch far because it's only 4 games in, but you have to get in the Europa League. Like, yeah, you had to. Well, you had to at least get through that game because then you had Lano, Iberia in 1999, who, no disrespect to those two sides, but Rangers would have looked at and gone beatable. But after tonight, it's a case of where'd you go? I mean, you got to get through the Conference League playoff. The other thing is, and my other flip side of looking at it is, actually, with the pedigree that Rangers have had in recent years in Europe, they could go quite deep in that Conference League. I mean, the English representative is going to be Brighton, Atalanta in there from Serie A, but you know, Crystal Palace has shown in recent times, and other clubs have as well. There is the potential for a side from not from the top 5 leagues, like a Feyenoord or a Olympiacos, to get through and go deep in that competition. Do Rangers look like doing that right now, though? Probably not. Let's be realistic. It's just, it's rotten from top to bottom. I keep thinking of adjectives to describe the club at the minute, but it's just rotten. You know, Purdy, Thelwell, go. Kavanagh, go. McInnes, I don't want to say go because you can't keep changing managers, but it's been poor. And I'm sorry, I don't want to jump on players' backs, but tonight, Nadiri and Shankland, they were honking. They were absolutely honking. Shankland has come to the club and I think he's enjoyed his holidays a little bit too much. He seems to be almost... I think he seems to almost be living a luxury life. I think he seems to be thinking, I'm at Rangers now, I've made it. There's not... Yes, he's a Rangers fan. Yes, he's a Rangers man. He gets it, which seems to be the phrase that everyone was throwing around before the start of the season. But I think he's arrogant. I really do. And I think he's got this attitude of, well, I've made it. Oh, I'm here now. But that's not saying anything because I think actually tonight the team did really well in the first half and then there was this bizarre shape change and I think it cost Rangers the game. I really do. But I've said it time and time again about Rangers. And someone said it, I think, on Slaney's podcast and Cy Ferry's that isn't coming to mind at the minute, but not to worry about it. But they were saying about, you know, Rangers are just almost like a kid in a clearance shop, you know, just chucking stuff in a trolley. We'll have a bit of the EFL, we'll have a bit of this player, we'll have a bit of that player, we'll shop in that market. There's no clear transfer strategy. And now we're going into a season where you're already 5 points off a Celtic side who I think look a very frightening prospect. The season's not done. It's ridiculous to say that after 4 games, but you're in a third-rate European competition, which, yeah, Rangers might have a chance in, but it just isn't good enough. And I keep going back to it. There is no clear strategy of recruitment, and there doesn't seem to be a direction with the club. I don't actually get these new owners. I thought we were going to come in with an American model of this is what we're going to do. We're going to buy, let's say, young and sell high, but we don't even get that. It just seems scattergun, random at times. And I don't know who's identifying the players. I don't know what's going on there. I mean, the talk of McGover coming back. Again, I don't want to jump on players' backs, but he wasn't great last year. And actually, the irony is, someone said it, McInnes' side's targeted McGover. So why is he then bringing him back? Or is that his side? And that's why I don't want to jump on the manager's back, because I think the club needs overall as a whole. But really, really poor tonight. Really poor and a really frustrating performance. And it's going to be at least, well, hopefully Conference League football, but you can't guarantee anything with Rangers at the minute. Just another awful night. I feel for McInnes, but dare I say it, he's starting to look out of his depth. As always, guys, let us know what you think, though. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Anything you guys do is greatly appreciated. So try and become a one-man sports news bandwagon. As always, have a great day.